Hey there. Welcome to the Group A preview. Group A, the host nations group. Mexico, the Czech Republic, South Korea, and South Africa. For teams, 3 continents. One of them opens the entire tournament. Here they are by the numbers. Mexico, FIFA ranked 15th. Co-host, the Czech Republic, ranked 44th. Back at a World Cup after 20 years. South Korea, 22nd. Asia's only undefeated qualifier. And South Africa, ranked 61st. Back at a World Cup for the first time since hosting it in 2010. By combined ranking, this is the softest group in the whole tournament. Mexico's draw is the easiest of the 3 host nations. Let's start with the hosts. Mexico, Javier Aguirre, on his 3rd stint in charge. Every single group game on home soil. 2 matches at the Azteca, 1 at the Akron in Guadalajara. And historically, Mexico have never been eliminated in the group stage of a World Cup they hosted. This is their floor. Edson Alvarez, the captain, 28 years old, 96 caps for Mexico. On loan at Fenerbahce from West Ham. The defensive midfielder who holds this team's shape. He will play every minute he can. Raul Jimenez, the number 9, 34 years old, 121 caps, 44 international goals, 9 Premier League goals for Fulham this season. The face of this home World Cup, probably his last one. Santiago Jimenez, AC Milan, 24 years old, 32 million euros from Feyenoord in January 2025. He set a record for Champions League goals by a Mexican in a single season. Hirving Lozano, 30 years old, scored the goal against Germany in 2018. PSV, Napoli, now San Diego FC in MLS. The runner who stretches defenses on the flanks. Now, the Czech Republic, ranked 44th. Back at a World Cup for the first time since 2006. 20 years. They qualified through a dramatic UEFA playoff, beating Denmark 2-2 after extra time and 3-1 on penalties. Their manager, Miroslav Kubek, only took the job last December. Patrick Schick, 30 years old, Bayer Leverkusen, 24 international goals and 50 caps, among the cleanest finishers in the Bundesliga when fit. His availability shapes the Czech ceiling more than anyone else. Tomáš Souček, West Ham, 31 years old, 89 caps, 17 international goals. On the 10th of February this year, he became the highest scoring Czech in Premier League history, passing Patrick Berger. 6'4", an aerial weapon on every set piece. Ladislav Krejci, Wolverhampton Wanderers, the defender who organizes the backline. He is the defensive anchor Kubek builds around. Pavel Sulk, Victoria Plzen, Kubek's breakout creator, the attacking midfielder who emerged in the playoff run. He is why the Czechs still have ideas when Schick is marked out. Now let's go to Asia. South Korea, FIFA ranked 22nd. Manager Hong Myung-bo, back for a second spell in charge. South Korea were the only Asian side to finish unbeaten across both rounds 2 and 3 of qualification. Their squad value, around 137 million euros on Transfermarkt. The deepest mix of European top club talent in Korean football history. Son Heung-min, the captain, 33 years old, more than 140 caps. He left Tottenham in August 2025 to join Los Angeles FC for $26.5 million. An MLS record. He scored 173 goals for Spurs and won the Premier League Golden Boot in 2022. The first Asian player ever to do it. His 4th World Cup. Kim Min-jae, Bayern Munich, 29 years old, 75-plus caps. Napoli paid for him. Bayern paid $50 million to bring him to Munich in 2023. The best Asian defender in European football. Lee Kong-in, Paris Saint-Germain, 25 years old, 44 caps. The first Asian player ever to win League One. 22 million euros to PSG from Mallorca. He collected a UEFA Champions League medal with PSG in 2025. Cho Gyu-sung, FC Midtjylland, the backup 9 with AFC Asian Cup goals on his CV. He gives Hong an alternate center-forward profile to Son. And finally, South Africa, Bafana Bafana, ranked 61st. Their first World Cup since they hosted it in 2010. A 16-year absence. Hugo Bruce, The Belgian who took them to the AFCON semifinals in 2023 is managing his last ever job. Squad value around 55 million euros. Lowest in the group by a factor of 3. But they are harder to beat than their rank suggests. Ronwen Williams, the captain, the goalkeeper, 33 years old, Mamelodi Sundowns, 63 plus caps. At the 2023 AFCON, he saved 4 penalties in a shootout against Cape Verde. No goalkeeper had ever done that in an AFCON shootout before. He won the 2024 CAF Player of the Year award. Percy Tau, 31 years old, the Lion of Judah. He played for Brighton, Club Brugge, and Al Ahly. The technical forward who stitches Bafana's attack together. Lyle Foster, 25 years old, Burnley in the Premier League. 23 caps, 8 international goals. He opened South Africa's 2025 AFCON with the match winner against Angola. Teboho Makona, 29, Mamelodi Sundowns, 50 plus caps. The defensive midfielder who screens Williams and launches attacks. A genuine set-piece specialist. Now, the contrast. Mexico's squad, around 180 million euros. South Korea, 137 million. The Czech Republic, 155 million. South Africa, 55 million. Mexico's squad is worth more than 3 times Bafana's. And the FIFA rank spread across the group is the lowest in the whole draw. 15, 22, 44, 61. Added together, 142. Literally the softest group in the tournament. Now the matches. Match 1. The 11th of June. Mexico versus South Africa. Estadio Azteca, Mexico City. This is the opening match of the entire tournament. 7,200 feet above sea level. Around 87,000 fans. The Azteca becomes the only stadium in history to host 3 World Cup openers. 1970, 1986, and 2026. Match 2. The 11th of June. South Korea versus the Czech Republic. Estadio Akron, Guadalajara. A volcano-shaped stadium covered in grass. Opened in 2010, home of Chivas. Capacity around 49,000. Match 3. The 18th of June. The Czech Republic versus South Africa. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Atlanta. 71,000 seats. A retractable pedal roof that opens in 8 moving panels. Match 4. The 18th of June. Mexico versus South Korea. Estadio Akron, Guadalajara again. This is the hinge of the group. Aguirre versus Hong. Match 5. The 24th of June. The Czech Republic versus Mexico. Estadio Azteca, Mexico City. Back at altitude. The final home game for the hosts. Match 6. The 24th of June. South Africa versus South Korea. Estadio BBVA Monterrey. 53,500 fans. Framed by the Cerro de la Silla mountain behind the stand. Now, the verdict. Mexico win Group A. On home soil. Against this field. Anything less than first is failure. South Korea takes second on the back of Son, Kim Min-jae, and Lee Kong-in. The Czech Republic fight for third on head-to-head tiebreakers. South Africa go home with pride. Consensus bookmaker implied probability for Mexico to win the group sits around 60 to 65%. Mark 3 dates. June 11th. The opener. Mexico versus South Africa at the Azteca. June 18th. Mexico versus South Korea. The hinge. And June 24th. The final match day. Follow AI football for every group, every player, every story.